Hi, I'm Adrian and I'm a designer.
And my name is Florine and I'm a developer.
And today we're going to talk about finishing stuff.
But first,
We always start with a drink, yeah?
yeah, I'm a bacon lover. I love bacon. I love it on eggs, I love it on a sandwich. So, my wife knows this, so she brought me bacon soda.
Yeah. This is going to be a very unpopular opinion, but I hate bacon. I think bacon is disgusting. But, let's give it a shot.
You gotta.
Yeah.
So,
Thankfully, it's artificially flavored. That usually makes it better. That's enough.
No, let's keep it.
It's enough.
Okay.
You can take the rest, don't worry. It does have a nice... Oh, no, wait. I was going to say it has a nice color, but then the waft hit me. And it was horrifying.
Oh, okay, maybe. Let's do this.
The smell is god-awful. It smells... See, now that doesn't make it appealing. But it basically smells like you baked bacon in a pan and then just kept it on the stove for like another 30 minutes and then scraped together all the crusty bits. And then...
Okay, stop stalling!
Shit, he got me. Okay.
This is so disgusting.
Oh god.
So,
do I taste paint thinner in there?
I don't know, man.
Oh, this is the worst one we ever had.
It is. It's even more worse than the birch water.
The birch water was pretty bad, but this
tops everything.
nope. I'm gonna be thirsty this episode. I just know that much.
Yeah. So where were we?
We're definitely not finishing this. So
No,
let's
we're
talk
not
about
finishing
stuff that we
this.
actually
No,
do do finish. Because I have this experience that when I work on stuff, I have a hard time knowing
When to stop.
Well, for clients it's easier, but especially on personal projects, it's like I can go on forever and then at some point kill it by just keeping at it. You just, you ruined it.
And then you start over. And then
And you start over.
It happens again.
And over and over and over. Especially like personal websites is the worst.
Yeah.
The worst by far.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
But it's also for a developer, if you work on personal projects, you think, this code could be a little better, or could be a little bit more efficient, and you keep going.
Keep rewriting.
Or you keep adding features, or you keep adding stuff, and then in the end, it's just like a big cauliflower, and it's like, okay, shit.
Yeah, okay.
What does this do?
Delete and start over. Yeah.
Yeah. But we're not going to talk much about personal projects today. We're more about working for clients and doing projects with and for clients.
Yeah. So actually, there's a very interesting distinction between what kind of people have like a business website. We actually talked about this quite a bit recently.
You actually coined this catchphrase. So
Okay, so I think that people either have a business card online or they have their business online. So for me, traditionally websites are being sold as business cards. So you make something, you put like the basic information.
You can come and you can contact me here. I sell this and this and this.
Yeah, I'm Joe Plumber. Call me on this number. I'm located there and there.
And I can fix your pipes. I have experience in.
Exactly, and that's it. There's no more. And an example of having a business online is, for instance, everything that's e-commerce or even like news outlets are a business online.
Yeah, but also. Even non-profit organizations, when they look for donations and stuff like that, that's also a business online. Because in the end, it's about
making
money online and not about how they're going to spend that money.
No, how they use it, that's an entirely different question.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting distinction because we don't really work on the business card ones. Like our clients, they all have businesses online. They are they invest in websites to make
money with their websites.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which actually kind of is an interesting distinction because it used to be that you sold a website to someone and you were like, I'm giving you this, you're paying me for it, and
Yeah,
That's
I'll
it.
see you in 5 years when
When you need that redesign.
When you need that redesign.
Exactly, yeah. And nowadays, having a website, especially having a good website and a website that will actually make money in any capacity, is going to need constant and very, very labor-intense upkeep.
Yeah.
You're going to have to work at it 24/7, basically. Not just from a content point of view, but also from a design point of view or from a development point of view, I think. I don't know, what is your experience in that area?
I think you need to be improving, changing, adapting,
Adding new content,
adding
new
new
things.
stuff to your website if you're making money with your website. And you have to do this in a way that you have to do something, then you have to evaluate that, and that can be in terms of revenue generated, that can be in terms of page views, there are a number of, but you have to define these factors, and then you have to say, okay, how can we improve this, or should we go back, or should we kill it off?
Yeah.
And that means that you're never done with a website that's a business online.
It's constantly in
never
development.
done. It's constantly adaptation, changing, improving.
It's actually an interesting way to look at it. So basically, it's done when it goes offline. So if you take something off there, yeah, now it's done.
Yeah, and you can say that for a whole feature. If you go bust, then it's done.
It's
But
all,
you can
you're
also
finished.
you could also say that just for a little feature. Let's say you have a feature in your web shop to do sharing, send to a friend functionality. You
Yeah.
saw that a lot a couple of years ago. It's done when you take it offline. When you remove that feature, then it's done.
Yeah, then you're never going to have to touch it again.
Well, that's not even true.
It might come back.
It might come back. Maybe send to a friend or send to a friend in another form will be a thing in the future. So even then you can revive it. But still, you can pretty much say that once it goes offline, it's finished
yeah.
for now.
So basically, what we do when we create new features or something or new parts or new projects within a website, it's basically done for now.
Yeah.
So until testing is complete.
Until we have more information,
Yeah.
until we know more, or until we know if this works or not.
So is it like everything that we make for the web is like a hypothesis? So you basically put it out there.
You test it,
Yeah,
you see if it works.
Basically throw it against the real world and see what sticks and
I think
gather
good.
information on that.
If you run a successful business online, that's what you should do.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, it's not all hit and miss. It's not like you just randomly throw things. I mean, you base that on your experience, and usually a test in one area can actually teach you stuff about
Something that
future features or future projects.
yeah,
or,
something that you can do in another
Exactly.
part of your website. Yeah.
so that's actually interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
But that means that you mostly work. Of course, you have to set up a website at one point, but still, even then, you have to think about features. How can we get started as quickly as possible?
Yeah.
In a way that means, okay, that actually boils down to the minimal viable product.
Yeah,
And I know
exactly.
it's a buzzword, but you
Yeah,
have
and it's also
you
a
have to
misunderstood thing, I think.
Yeah, you have to have something to start with, and you have to be able to generate revenue based on a minimal thing.
Yeah, so it has to work with the least amount of nuts and bolts that go into it.
Exactly, and then you have to start see, okay, this could be improved, this could be changed, and this could be made different. Or maybe we have to remove this bit because we expected it to be a big hit, but it really doesn't do anything.
Doesn't
or
really work,
generate
or
any-
detracts from other things.
That could also be
Actually,
a problem.
this is probably where the testing part is really important.
Yeah.
Because if you don't test this stuff, you will never know what is the right call in this area. And it might also be that what is now the right call might not be the right call in 2 years or in 6 months even.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes things change in unexpected and
They know
strange
that-
ways.
Yeah.
So-
But this is what we talked about until now is more like how you're going to approach that and what does that mean for the business part. But it also has very big consequences for how you, as a developer, as a designer, approach these problems.
Yeah.
For me as a developer, this means that I know if I do my job right, and of course there's a whole business end of it as me as a service provider to the actual client. But given the fact that you have a good relationship with your client, that you're pretty sure you're going to maintain and going to be with your client for the foreseeable future. That means everything you make is not like you make it, you deliver it, you're done.
So not fire and forget.
Not fire and forget. You make it, you deliver it, and in weeks, months, years, you will probably have to revise that, make minor adaptations, make bigger adaptations, and that means you will have to work on that same code again. And this means that unless you are kind of a masochist, you have to.
Which many of us are, I mean, honestly.
Yeah, but you will have to think about, okay, how am I going to make this so that it's going to be a pleasure to work with in a couple of months, and
or at least not a pain to work with.
Yeah, I mean, every time I read my old code, I would say, what
did you
was
do?
past me thinking? So whenever
it's even worse if you read someone else's older code.
Yeah, but
someone else's code, period, I think.
Yeah, but well, that's an entirely different matter.
Entirely different topic.
Yeah.
Small side note.
What you so whenever you're building something, you have to think about future. So whenever I build something for a client that I know is going to come back, I think about future Florine.
Am I being an asshole to future me?
Yeah. So, but that also means that you're probably going to create higher quality code because you know you have to maintain this for a long time. And there, of course, you could have a business model, and if you're a good salesman, you probably can sell it to your client that you have to rewrite his entire site, every time he wants a feature, and you probably will make more money. But that's not the way I like to do business. And I like the way I like to work because I
don't think that's future proof. I think that relationship would be very difficult.
Yeah, we'll end that.
And we actually like our clients very much, so we'd like to be in business with them as long as we can.
Yeah, but that was just for me as a developer, because that can be quite factual. I mean, I can write code, and then you can, in the future, you have to iterate on that or change something, etc. How's that as a designer?
As a designer, it's sort of the same thing. You want to be. My thing in design is I want to be consistent in my interactions. I want to be consistent in my elements and in how things are applied. So that also means that you have to be very conservative in how when you create new things. So you don't just for every feature make up new stylistic elements. So you make do with what you have for a large part if you can, because that is also a maintainability issue. In the end, you will end up, especially if you have like a project that spans years. Some of the projects that we do are like that. You will end up with a huge collection of strange one-off visual elements that are never going to come back anywhere.
This is like the 100 different kinds of button problem.
Exactly. I think there is also a problem if you have multiple designers in multiple stages and multiple developers and
that don't communicate.
Exactly. So it just flows.
Different topic.
But the same risk is also there if you're not careful with the visual language that you apply. If the visual language that you make is not consistent throughout, then basically you're doing a disservice to your client because you're doing the disservice to your user.
Okay, so you're saying that you actually have to also, when you evolve something, that means that when you introduce a new style, you may have to change something else. You may have
things are generally related,
or you may have to say, okay, we're not going to introduce a new style here. Even if the client wants a big fat green button there, when your general style is to use orange buttons.
Yeah, for instance, that we would have to think very long and hard whether or not we want to do that, and it's the thought that you will have to maintain it, that you will have to come back to this thing,
and not be like, oh
crap, what the hell were we thinking? What did we introduce here, and how can we go from here? Because that's going to be the next question. Let's say you make something, and in 6 months, your client comes back and they say, well, we tested this and we have some improvements that we need to be doing. Are you going to introduce new elements then to fix your old elements?
So this is more like, there I fixed it. Just
you're kludging. You're kludging.
You're just adding more duct tape.
Yeah, more duct tape is always a good solution. So yeah, that is a tricky thing. And often the quickest way to do something, and I think that's true for developers as well, is to just add new stuff.
Yeah.
Just, duct
Gloss over it and duct
tape it. Just nail that shut and it'll be fine. It'll hold. Yeah, it'll hold until you come back to it. Yeah, you're being an asshole to your future self, like we said. So
and then you come back to it and just add more layers of duct tape.
That's the problem. That's when you get very crafty code bases and very crafty designs, to be honest.
And then comes the moment where you say, okay, sorry, client, we really got to do this all over again.
We got to go back, tear it all down, and start over.
Start all over.
And then the question is it more expensive to your client? Because in the end, the bottom line is, what kind of money does something cost? Is it more expensive for them to have well-maintained, well-written code or well-made designs that cost more to set up initially, but are safer to keep for a long time?
Yeah.
In my personal experience, it's cheaper and quicker to be careful with what you make.
So that's cheaper and better in the long run, right? And that means also that your client has to have some sort of trust in you. He has to trust that you're going to build something that can be changed and iterated over in the long run.
Exactly, that will retain some of its value.
Yeah, instead of that you have to do it all over again. So that means that you have to have a really good working relationship with your client as well. He has to trust you that you're going to do the right thing for them.
Exactly, and that the money that you are charging them is also not just an investment in what you're making now, but also what you will be making, like the problem you will be solving again and again and again in future, so that you're not just... It's an investment, not like buying something and then that's it. And I think that's actually a very large part of the entire relationship, is to actually have some kind of trust in there, because I don't know about how that is for developers, but most of my clients are not designers. They know little about design.
Most of our clients aren't developers either.
No, so if they look at your code, they don't know what that means.
They don't even look at that code.
Same difference, same difference really. So, but it's
to them it matters that if they are going to call you again next week or in a couple of months to. So you have to add a new feature, have to update something.
Yeah.
That you're not going to tell them, okay, that's going to be very difficult because we have to do this all over again. And
or that you have to charge them to shovel shit basically for the first 2 days. So you can actually start with the thing that you're supposed to be doing.
And that's again coming back to don't be an asshole to yourself, because who likes shoveling shit?
Yeah.
So
and you're screwing yourself. You're screwing up your client relationships if you treat them that way.
Yeah.
So you're screwing yourself, basically. It's going to cost you as a person money.
So that means that we have to keep our code iterable, or not even our code, probably also our design.
Our designs have to be iterable. Yeah, you have to make sure that you can actually make something else with it. So
it's going to be.
It's very difficult.
But it's also it's not just how you do your work. It's also a little bit of a mindset.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes you have to make assumptions about, okay, you have to, ideally you'd have like this crystal ball where you would look in the future and say, what is going to client want next?
That would be nice.
And of course,
I could stay home.
But of course, with our experience, we know we can sometimes, or often sometimes we're also just plain wrong, but think about, okay, what will be the next logical step in what the client wants next? And we don't have to build that, but we have to keep it in mind, and we have to make it possible in the future.
Yeah, and that's especially true if you have like long-term things that might be broken up over multiple phases. So you start with a simple version of something, and then the client says, yeah, but we're doing this now like this, and then next year we will add...
We just need to ship it fast. And
So that goes back to the minimal viable product that you were talking about earlier. But again, it's ship, not shit, as Cat Newman said, and I think that's actually something to live by.
Yeah.
If you want to keep your clients, basically, you might want to be careful about that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and
that
then
basically sums this episode, right?
It's right away.
Yeah.
Basically. So we'd like to thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and thanks to our sponsors, DigiPaint and Asphalt Photo, for making this possible. And we'll see you in the next one.